What's up, family? It's another episode of Cross Perspectives where we are just here to have real, relevant conversation where faith meets authentic dialogue. No gimmicks, no fluff, just raw conversation. It's your boy, Minister Jamin here. Obviously, I'm not alone.
It's Minister Naomi.
Brand new Minister Naomi. Look at that cut.
Ooh.
Oh, we love it. We love it. We love
You really
it.
did? Okay.
We love it. Look, this is a special episode. We got some little people in the house today.
Our friend.
Our friends.
Little sis.
Got the little sis
Bro. Little big bro,
Jada in
'cause
the
you calling me.
house.
Hello.
Got the big bro Aaron in the house.
What up, people? What up? What up? What up? What up?
Hey.
Naomi, you ready? You ready?
No, my head is
Ooh, I'm
cold.
getting ready to get somebody's blood pressure up today. I can't wait. Let's go.
We
Y'all
about to
like
have
to
a
do
good
this.
time. So let's get right into it. Look,
put my
today
glasses on.
we got a special episode. Because we got our friends here, we want to talk a little bit about he said, she said, but we want to come from the perspective of staying, leaving, or searching. A young adult reality check. We want to tap into something that's been obviously on our hearts lately, just around, the young adults. Where are they? What's going on? We talked about traditional versus modern church, but the real question is where the young adults are at.
I have a comment on that. Because technically, you should be defining young adults as what age group?
Uh-oh.
Because I got to follow up to that.
Well,
what is the
let's-
age for young adults?
Let's look at college to 40-ish. 40-ish.
Well, I don't know because there's not a lot of young adults. People like me get categorized in the young adult
because
lane.
you are a young adult.
Young at heart.
But there needs to be a cutoff, as you ain't young as at a certain point.
I agree with that because you can't be up there with your
Right.
back cracking and you got arthritis in your knees. And
My knees is cracking, and I'm still one of the young folk.
Well,
And it's like,
what did Jesus
I
tell
think-
you?
use some ointment, get some Bengay, some Epsom salt. You'll be young again.
You right.
So let's get right at it. Let's get right at it. So I guess the main question then, I guess to start is, do you feel that with young adults, do you feel that they are being judged? Do you feel that it's something that's specific with the church that's got them really not being there or searching for a new church home? Or do you think it's something personal with them?
who's going?
Ooh.
I think it's a little bit of both, honestly, because you're going through a big life transition from 18 to 40-ish. So that's a lot of personal change. But
That's
then,
afterlife. I just thought about that. Go ahead.
it's a lot of personal change, but then it's also a lot of change in how you view and see God. So you may be searching for something different from God, and it may not happen in a familiar environment where you first started at.
I think that's why it's important to break it up. Because your walk with God in your 20s is not going to be the same walk in your 40s. And I mean, I think it's good to have each one teach one, but at the same time, just to lump young adults in one big group. Like you said, there's a whole bunch of life changes that happen between 20 and 40. So
Let's
What's the young
break
adult?
it up then. So
Okay.
we got both sides of it in the room today. So let's look at the young adults, right? So
you see what my head went.
so Jada, from your perspective, from my perspective, what do you
Your
think?
Wait a
perspective. Hold
minute.
on. You in your 30s, sir.
I'm on the bottom 30s. I'm still on the bottom half.
You're
A
approaching
35
mid.
and under?
Yeah.
He's approaching mid, though.
No, we ain't there yet. So
I'm 20 twice then.
as a younger young adult, what are the things
A
that
younger
you're
young
looking
adult.
for? The things that you kind of first recognize or first gravitate to when you get to church, when you go to church. What are those things that kind of
5.
you figure are
Five things?
Five
Give me
things.
5 fabulous things that you walk in when you see.
Okay.
When you go to a church, you're like, oh, I need to have this, and this.
I want to be greeted with a smile. That's a big thing. You want to feel welcome in the space.
Okay.
I think second thing, maybe a little bit of digital, something that shows that the church is trying to be a little bit of
Modern.
modern.
Got you.
Number 3, I think music is a big part of it. So yes, I want to hear a nice sound. Doesn't have to be a specific sound, but something that is consistent.
Okay.
Okay, fourth thing, real word, preach Bible,
3 real words. All right.
and then fifth thing is connection after service, something to follow up with during the week that's not just the Sunday sermon.
All right, so our older young adults. Aaron, give me 5.
You're
Give
the
me
guest.
5.
You go first.
5. Excitement. Excitement. I want to say excitement. I want to walk into the church. I want to see people excited about the word. I want to see people excited about being there, fellowshipping, having a good time. Mentorship. I think mentorship is very big. For me, when I first joined the church, there was a couple people there was like, hey, I'm going to be a part. I'm going to check in. Like you were saying, I'm going to be there, just that fellowship, mentorship. Oh, I'll say that one for the last because that's got to be the best one for me. Music, I definitely love like a really good choir. I mean, a really good choir.
He said a choir,
No,
though.
he said a
said
choir.
choir.
Not a
Choir.
praise team.
Not a praise team.
Choir.
Ooh.
Hey, that choir, something about music can put you in a different atmosphere when it comes to words. So that choir got to be on point to me.
Okay.
Like, just don't have Joe Schmo up there saying, hey, I just want to be a part of the choir, so I think I can sing. So, no. I need some real voices up there, really up there singing. That's just me. Hey, forget. It says, know your gift, right? My gift is not singing. So guess where I'm not going to be? Up there in the choir. But that's just my opinion.
I can agree.
Yeah.
I'm not getting a theory
Absolutely.
I'm just saying, you don't, I know I got some musicians in here and people sing and stuff. Really be able to do that.
We've been put in some environments where
Yeah. What is that? 3?
we're,
3
I
or
don't know what
4?
number we on.
What else? I like what you said earlier, Jada. Something more modern, something, more upbeat. You don't want to walk into a dark place or, just like
So
down.
atmosphere
The
makes a
atmosphere
difference?
definitely
Absolutely.
makes a difference. The
Okay.
atmosphere make it bright, where you feel good.
Okay.
And the last but not least,
Oh boy.
Jada already touched on it. The word, the preaching. Preach about something that's good to be able to relate to yourself, and you bring it from your own personal standpoint. Mm-hmm. But preach the word the way the word should be preached. Don't preach the word for
Let
your
the text
benefit.
preach itself.
Yeah.
Amen.
Don't preach for my benefit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Lord Jesus said I'm going to get $10 billion today. Nah, I want to hear the correct word, how it should be put out there.
Okay.
Not for just one's personal gain, if that makes sense.
That makes sense. That
agree.
makes sense. That's good. So there was some commonalities between the two, which is pretty clear to see kind of the direction of, that whole umbrella of young adults, what we're kind of looking for. And, just to stick on that topic, why do you think some churches or some pastors avoid those like real conversational topics when they preach? Because I feel like as young adults, it seems that we get more nourishment from what we're taught in our young adult Bible studies than what we can actually get on a Sunday morning, because they kind of avoid those types of conversations, whether it's talking about, actual issues, actual relevant issues, actual mental health issues, relationship issues, financial issues, like actual things, not just Jesus died and he rose.
Take it to the cross.
Take it to the cross.
all
Purpose,
about-
provision.
I think it's all about comfortability. So most people don't want to come out that shell. It's hard to come out that shell and do something different. Try to reach a different level. Like Naomi said, she's different from when she was a young Christian in her 20s to where she at that range. We're not going to say that number, but it's different. It's a
40s.
different walk. It's a different experience. You 21, 22, 23, fresh out of college, young adult, you might just be coming off the street, coming into the church. You might was at the club the other night. You know what I'm saying? So mentally, it's a different experience. It's a different mindset that people don't understand. Like, you have to find a common ground between your older church members and your younger church members.
I think two things to piggyback off of what he said. I think that's why it's important to have an array of different associate ministers. Like, the senior pastor doesn't have to preach every Sunday because you're preaching from one perspective.
Yep.
I know that may not be the most
Popular.
opinion, but if you are putting those faces in leadership that you're trying to attract, that's how you attract them, by appointing associate ministers and leaders that can kind of cultivate that younger group. It's hard to preach from an older perspective. And like, my son just checked me today and was just like, I said, are you going to connect with some of the people that you're about to go to school with? He's like, you don't know anything about our generation. I don't. I go off of what I see at home, but I think it would be more impactful if you have somebody close to or around the age that can kind of speak their language and kind of, because there's pastors who have issues with trying to make that connection because they don't know and they don't have younger people to do that side of representation. I think it's just important to have a generational foundation of leaders and pastors to cover everybody.
Yes, and to that point, you have to take the time to establish the connection and make a safe space where people want to share and share their perspectives. And it takes time because everybody's in a different space in their walk where they may not want to share or be open and vulnerable, but you have to be patient and loving and ultimately keep God at the center so that people do want to come back and eventually they will share and build those bonds so that you can speak to the things that they're going through.
And I think a big part of that, though, comes back to, what do you physically see when you go to church? If I come to church as a young adult, I don't want to be greeted by a bunch of grandmas.
We just talked about this
When
two
I sit-
episodes ago.
But this is because it keeps coming back. When I sit down, I don't want to look up and
We
I see
want
a bunch
politically
of
correct terms.
Mr. Joes and Mr. Deacon Wilma's leading on the mics.
We talked about this.
But hold on.
But that's what it is.
But this is-
I don't want my youth and young adult leader to be in their 60s, 70s, and 80s.
I hear you. That's
Like,
church,
so,
church
why
has to get younger.
in the pew,
Right.
and the ushers,
Right. See, but that's the thing.
Ushers.
I don't
Like,
have an
it just-
issue with walking into the church and seeing like a giving me like a grandma type feel.
That's a church
But it
mother.
gotta be
You
the
need
balance,
them.
though.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
if that's all I see as a young adult, where are my young adults at? And not just where are they at, but where are they leading? Where are they serving?
Okay, I'll give you that. But
I'll give you that.
All the grandmas.
Yeah, you
We
said-
love them
I
too.
mean, God,
we
we
love
love
them
the
too.
grandmas.
Right.
You can be a nice little door greeter, but I also want to see somebody
Nice
be like, yo,
little.
what's up,
Nice
man?
little.
Little
The little door
greeter. Okay, so I
know?
hear you.
Like, do I feel safe with a bunch of 80-year-olds as my security team?
But
Jaden!
you have to think maybe that's just one Sunday. Everybody's going to take their turn to rotate. You know,
Right.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
that whole
But
So
It's a
maybe you
rotation
came on the
thing.
wrong Sunday.
You have to give it
Maybe.
a chance.
yeah, you need to go.
I love the older people.
I bet you do.
Yeah, I love y'all for real. You know,
Shots fired. She loves us. But once again, how about this?
He said I was born in the 1900s.
The point I'm making
Most
is that
disrespectful.
as sometimes what young adults see
Yeah.
from a standpoint of
Yeah, what y'all
having
see?
certain roles and leadership roles, if I don't see someone that looks like me in those positions, then it's
Yeah.
like, okay.
What positions do you feel are important?
I mean, I feel there should be some type of young adult representation in all of your prominent ministries.
Every single one.
Every single
I
one.
Okay,
agree.
I agree with that.
Every single one. You should
Even
have.
the ushers.
Even the
including
ushers.
the ushers. Including
Absolutely.
the ushers. Like, I feel you on that one. For somebody
I'll
who
give you
had
that.
every position in the church, from security to youth,
Yeah, you're right.
I had every
everywhere.
role.
Yeah.
Every
I
role
should be able to
It's
in the
see.
important.
church, right? So y'all saw me as security. Okay, then y'all saw me as working with the youth. Then you saw me working with the young
Young
adult
adults.
program. And this is follow pretty much me growing up into the church. So I took on every single role inside the church. So you saw a younger person that looked like us. You know what I'm saying?
So were you the token
Oh my God.
Ooh.
young adult person?
You
Or
can
did
there's
you-
a glass ceiling that nobody talks about whenever you're a young adult because you in the older see you got me talking like you.
Let's talk about
In
it.
a more traditional
Let's talk about it,
church
though.
culture setting, you can only get but so far because the older people are not relinquishing spots
well,
and they're not going to trust you enough to do the job.
So
that's
if
the
you
problem,
find that
see.
one person you
So-
trust and they do everything,
So
is that really the representation that you want?
No.
I wasn't going in there looking for validation.
Mm-hmm.
I was going in there to do a job.
serving the Lord.
It was my job. It was my belief. This is the relationship that I was told that, to build on and grow on. So I personally didn't care.
Oh yeah, not you.
You know what I'm saying?
the
No, I'm
people
just
that-
saying. I'm
In
just saying, just in
general,
general.
yeah.
Like, if you have that mindset, like God brought me to this, not you. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
And
So,
but sometimes
hey,
it's
don't-
hard to keep that mindset
And
for
it
some
is.
people.
But when you have that relationship and that trust and that belief in yourself and the man above, then I can care less, to be honest with you. Like, I don't care what the usher board think. All right, I'm gonna walk this lady to her chair. I don't care what the young adult people think because I'm gonna take this child into youth church. Like, it doesn't. I don't care about what your thought process is because you definitely didn't make this.
you're right.
So, as long as you have that type of mentality, that mindset, and
But
You'll
then
be good.
when does the burnout come in though?
ooh,
Because when you become the token,
when
you are
become-
going to get burnt out.
when you and you're right because I burned out. Like, y'all know, I was there every day, Monday through Sunday. I opened up the church. I filled the pulpit up. I done closed the church. I done made sure the church was good. You get tired.
Yeah.
Minister to all the kids, all the
Minister
young
to all
adults.
the kids, ministering to young adults, going into the communities and reaching out to the ones trying to get kids into church. We had basketball programs. We had mentorship programs. You just eventually get tired. And it becomes
Well, that's because you're not supported.
that's the biggest thing.
It's like, oh, he got it, but it's like, no,
Yeah.
not really.
No,
And that's
it's
where
like,
that's
I'm
where you
holding
need
on.
the refilling from the preach
Yes.
word and from your leaders, and
Yeah.
that's where the disconnect.
That's
kinda
where
comes
the
in.
and that's exactly why people go
And that's why
scurry on
that's-
out.
And honestly, that's part of the reason why I think I was like, you know what, it's time for me to go.
But then when they leave, they'll go to another church and sit on a bench, and we'll be like, I ain't doing nothing.
because they don't want to
Because
go
it's,
You
back
want
it's,
the
down
same
a
thing
that
again.
recycle.
same-
It's like you cycle doing the same thing over. You see it. When you sit back now, like for me, I can look back and see who, what, when, and where when I go into the church. I just sit back like, that was me. Yo, I give him 6 months. He's gonna be done.
Done.
Yo, I give her 6 months. She's gonna be done. Because it's
I
the
watch
same
you.
thing. Hey, I want you to do this. Hey, I want you to do this. I want you to do this, and that. Well, can you give me some help?
And it takes
Hey,
discernment because people see your love for God and your dedication to service, and they just
But the killing part is what sucks about it when they know who you are and they use that against you.
Yes.
They try to make you feel bad. It's like,
Manipulation.
oh my goodness,
Manipulation.
man. You know, the Lord says, yeah, I know what he said.
But that goes to leadership. What type of leaders are you putting in positions? Because if you have the right leaders, then they know how to properly orchestrate support teams So it just doesn't rely on one person per each ministry.
Right.
You are upheld and you all are a unit. And if you don't have that type of support starting from the head, it's not going to be sustainable. But nobody talks about that part because nobody talks about when people leave. Oh, well, where's Sister So-and-so? Oh, I don't know. Well, let's say why. Sister So-and-so left because she tired. But if you say that, then it's like, but you burn people out and then don't want to take accountability. That's a little crazy.
Yep.
And it's hard because you remember the things that you experienced as a kid, the youth ministry, all the fun stuff and all that. And then
Nostalgia.
there's a gap in between somewhere, and then you get to the mother's board. It's like, where?
And it goes back to that point where it's you got to find that balance between the church's approach to things and people's expectations. And I think that's a big struggle because when you have seen something be successful, or you see the blueprint, or you're provided the blueprint for how to be successful with it, then it no longer becomes I don't know, no longer becomes an excuse. It's here is how it should be done. We've shown or presented ways where this can work out, where this can be successful. Now it comes back to you. What is your approach? How are you going to get this done? And again, like you said, it comes from discernment. It comes from the leaders being supportive of the people that are implementing those things, and the leader that's over the leader who's supposed to be over the different things. And again, like you said, if it starts at the top, but if the person at the top does not have the right agenda or the right structure or the right vision and plan, then who they appoint in positions, they're appointing people for the wrong reasons.
Well, let's just chew on that for a minute.
We ain't got you on that. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. We gonna keep it real, right?
Okay,
So
well,
at
let's
one
do
point, we all were together.
yeah.
At one point, you know,
Well, you may have been in.
she was
I
there.
might have been in the
She
youth church.
was there. She was there.
No, but to that, just to take a quick aside, you need the people that are young adults in the church to be active so that when the kids start to get into the young adult age, they have something to look forward to and people to look up to. And
Yeah.
Perfect example was y'all two. Perfect example. Like I'm looking at a perfect example right now. You have a younger one and you have a seasoned one.
you're seasoned.
Seasoned, you know, nothing too much. A little Old Bay.
Little sprinkle.
All right.
saturated.
Under 35. Go ahead. What was you
But
saying?
you watch you two, right? You have a mentor. You have a friend. You have someone who experienced what you're going through right now. And you can have somebody to have a relationship and talk to and come to.
Absolutely.
And you could take her under your wing by, look, I got you. I'm going to show you, this is how I made it through. These are some of the things that I've been through in life.
That's the whole goal.
That's the goal. That's the reason why you need A, B, C, D. Because it could just continue to go up. Okay, I'm a youth. I'm a young adult. I'm an adult. I'm seasoned. I'm ready to get out of this church. I'm walking with a cane. I got a bad hip. There's so many things that you all can just build together. But the problem is, well, I ain't gonna say problem is that nobody wants to do it. Nobody wants to give themselves to be
I
more.
think because there's been so much foolery and church hurt and just craziness that goes on behind the scenes that
Pride.
people are just not trusting anymore. But I feel like if you have a true heart for ministry and people, regardless of what you've been through or what you've experienced, like you don't want to see somebody else go through what you've been through. So I'm going to share my stories and share my wisdom and my guidance because I don't want to see somebody go down that road. That's my goal. But that's not everybody's
That's not
story.
everybody's goal.
You know,
See,
they don't
that's
want to get
the-
hurt again.
And that's the best thing about something about you, because you're taking something from you and putting it into something younger than you to grow that person where they won't make that mistake. right?
Exactly. And
Granted-
we talked, prime
Right.
example, we talked about, you know,
That's that season.
But here we go. So we've talked about self-care and boundaries. I literally, my message is, if it is not going to be what God has called you to be or what your purpose is in life, do you really need to volunteer to do it? Because at the end of the day, they're going to find somebody to do it. But a lot of times we're just busy being busy, and we're not doing what we were called or appointed to do. We're just doing it because somebody asked us to do it. And that's not getting us any steps closer to what we're supposed to be doing. I mean, truth be told, we could hop into 5 ministries and another 10 will ask us to do something that deters us away from what we're supposed to be doing. And by the time we're supposed to be doing that, we're tired.
Yep.
So when I see somebody who's young and is excited about ministry, I want to keep that excitement going, because at the same time, I don't want them to die out and then end up not going. So if I'm going to tell you anything, I'm going to tell you the truth. And that's just what it is. You could take it for how it is. You know, I always tell her, like, you could do what you want with this information, but I will tell you this is how it's going to turn out for you.
Right.
Right. And then there's also no judgment that comes with that too. So that makes me
another
That's the best part right there. There's no judgment.
Yes.
That's the thing, right? When we always talk about what is one of the things that how we feel when we come into the church? Like that judgment. Like y'all walking through those doors.
You can feel the
and
energy.
You can feel that energy. It's like,
When
they-
somebody
yo,
who don't
tell
look
me
like
about-
you or
Ooh.
smell like you or whatever they say, you get
You get that side
You get that
eye,
side eye.
You get that
the
look.
neck,
Yep. It's like, okay, security.
Yeah.
Right, you get that type of mentality. So it's
It's-
like, that's another reason why we don't want to go to church. Or I ain't gonna say we, but young adults don't want to go to church. Because they feel judged.
They feel judged.
So
And
you
soon
walk
as
into,
they walk
walk
in.
into
And
the
it's
door.
not even new people. Like, you could be out for several weeks and come
here's
back.
this one. Anybody who asks me this again, I'm just going to make a face because I'm making it plain today. Stop saying, hey, stranger.
Facts.
Stop doing that.
That's,
Man,
That's the problem why people don't want to come back, because we have the nosy so-and-sos who just need to know
where you been at.
where you been at, what you doing, but won't
Why
nobody
you
help
been
you
here?
whenever you in a crisis.
pray for me, please. If you don't pray for me.
Oh, sorry.
no, that's facts though.
That's
No,
I
but
went-
hey, stranger.
that's facts. I'll tell you, I just went to a service just recently, right? I was off. I was on vacation. I'm like, man, Jay hit me up. He's like, let's go, bro. I'm like, bet, let's go. I'm off. I ain't got no kids, so let's do it.
Oh, Lord.
Now walking through those doors, eyes lit up. I'm like, bro, you know who I am.
Stop.
Like,
Stop.
you know who I am.
My favorite line is,
Oh,
don't do that.
Where you been at?
Don't do that.
What you mean where I've been? I've been working.
Ask.
Working.
How about
exactly.
you ask?
Start by
I got
asking.
2 kids. I
Start
got a
by
wife.
checking in. How
Somebody
you been?
take it. Listen, young adults with families is hard these
How you
days.
Trying to
been?
figure
How's
it out.
everything? Good to see you.
That's it.
But
Man.
hey, stranger,
Hey, stranger. Oh,
that turns me off real quick.
yeah,
That I don't even want to
I
talk
haven't
to
seen
you
you
after
in a
that.
long
I don't
time.
care who sees this. I
I'm
hope
a
y'all know.
stranger
Don't do
now?
that. That is terrible etiquette for church members. Stop telling people they're strangers.
They just
I
took
said
a few
what I
weeks
said.
off.
Minister Naomi said it
I said what I said.
She said
and
it-
I
she
stand
said it
on
3
that.
times already.
That's rude.
4 times.
Again.
There
Yes,
it
go
is.
ahead. I was on my heart. I'm sorry.
It's all right.
yeah, but that's again, and it goes back to right there. We're so focused on why they left or where they at or where they been.
How's your heart?
It's like exactly like well, I'm like I'm perfectly fine.
Are you okay?
Are you
you
okay?
okay?
'Cause you in my business,
You all
so
up in my
clearly-
business.
Because that's it's a reason. People, like you said, nosy because you're not in them 4 walls.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But half the time it be people that you don't even talk to when you're there on a
All
daily
up
basis.
in the inbox.
See, another part of the reason people think they're holier than
Not the
thou.
inbox.
Are we gonna have this conversation?
What? Let's
People
do it.
think they are holier than thou. When they look at young people, they judge. They see the negative. They don't see the positive in that young person.
Yes, right.
Right? They think their stuff don't stink. Like you wasn't back there in the.
I was surprised to
60s.
find out who was
Hey,
back in the day
what you was doing back
what
in
they
the
was
day.
doing,
Them
because it would
80s
come out.
The 80s
You like,
was a
oh, I
different
used
ball
to.
game.
You like, what?
Yeah, right. You know, I hear people all the time, oh man, back in the day, you know,
Yeah.
we're big on sports. They be like, man, back in the day, I used to do this. Yeah, you right. You used to do a lot of other things too. Mm-hmm. But guess what? You changed.
Grace is not extended.
Grace is not extended. Facts.
Cause I mean, I ain't gonna lie. You heard about the STD rate in Houston, and it was 42,000 for spring break. And I was talking to my husband, like, we all have had some moments where we were wilding out, but everything's on camera now. So it's a lot easier to judge people because it's being shown. But then I ask, how many of y'all stuff ain't been shown? That's why everybody was sweating when the Freaknik videos came out. They was like, oh, I'm about to
All
be
them church
exposed.
people was like, wait a minute, hold on. We don't want this. We gonna boycott this.
Come
we gonna,
on.
We don't want
I
that.
They don't want
driving
it out.
They don't want it
But
out.
it's like, but you
Because
quick to
But
do-
you know why though?
Yes.
Because you was out there cutting up, acting a fool.
Acting a whole fool. And I watched that.
Now you 20 plus years later,
Looking down on talking
looking
bad
down.
to the same
But you
people
was in that
doing-
same boat though, right?
Probably
Exactly.
worse.
Now we will say that this is out of control. Now,
Granted,
I will say
granted,
that I
granted.
don't want y'all to make it
but
seem
no,
like we was out here
She's
just
sounding like the
Yeah.
old folks now.
okay.
No,
I want to say for a
It's
health
different.
crisis,
For sure. For
Why
far as
is
that,
it different,
it's
though?
different because
we don't talk about it.
it's different because it's not the same thing that you would have done.
No, they.
But you
that's
might have did
good.
something back then when the elders.
YNing.
You right, but when you were a YN back then, they was looking at you like, "Yo, you
I
shut
was
out
like-
too."
A YNet.
YA, what they call them, little young hoes.
Young H.
YH.
YH.
Not saying that, but that's what I'm saying. Like, it's how times are. Everything is
I want to know
evolving.
what is going on.
Hey, my-
Because
I don't want-
42,000 doing what?
Hey.
But then to be safe,
It was-
because we didn't have social media, we don't know how many when we went out of
come on.
town
Hey.
to go where. So I mean, there goes that judgment
There
piece
go
again.
that
It's like,
judgment piece.
they're wilding out. But do we really have the data? Because before there was the spring break in Houston, there was Black Bike Week.
Yep.
There was Freaknik. Like, there's the Greek Week.
We a little lost over here.
I'm just throwing you. You
Shut
showing
up.
your age
I don't-
right
I
now.
don't know what the
Yeah.
I was with you with the Freaknik. I was
know about
I was
the-
You
born.
don't know about
Way
Black
back.
Bike Week
No.
in South Carolina?
No.
Because you're not down south. That's not an age thing. That's a southern and northern
When
thing.
was
that
this?
She went back to the
When?
Old Testament.
Oh, see now you.
That's the
The
Old
Old
Testament.
Testament.
She's an Old Testament believer.
Yeah, she started showing her. She started telling herself, "Hey, bike night and ride along." And we was just out there, back then,
Until the street lights came.
street
back,
lights
like,
came on. Yeah,
See, this is how y'all turn, and this is why people walk away.
No,
Okay?
This is how you built relationships.
this is
Judge.
how
This is how you
Go
connect.
ahead, because I'm done. What else y'all got?
Black Night ride along and all types of stuff. All right,
It was Black Bike Week.
Black Bike
A
Week.
week.
Yes!
Explain this.
No, we only need to go there.
I only went one time.
Oh,
We're not judging you.
this is
No,
this is
no,
new for me.
Everybody.
This is a judge-free zone.
When
here, man.
I was in college, everybody went down to Myrtle Beach,
Mm-hmm.
and people who have bikes. That's just like the boats in Chicago for Black Yacht Week or something. It's just
Oh, okay.
it's just
There's
it's a
something
thing.
to do. Got it.
Something to do.
Well,
Makes sense. Cool,
Oh,
cool.
yeah.
All right. So
Let's
so
move on. 'cause
we already debating. So let's
y'all
let's-
love the debate.
Hey, this is what we here
let's
for.
let's
This
let's
is
chat. Let's chat.
positive
So
conversation.
let's go.
so let's start here. Do we think that the reasons behind men leaving the church are the same reasons why women are leaving the church?
No, it's different.
Definitely different.
So different.
Very.
Definitely different. Different and same at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what are some of the things that the reasons why?
Attire, all day long.
Boo.
Attire, because when
Because your skirt's too short
too tight,
and you need some tights on and you need a slip and
when the church mother,
gives you a lap scarf.
the lap scarf. Yes.
That's so old school, but
Yeah. That mothers with children being singled out. They're more ostracized in the church than a man will.
Of course.
So I mean, there's different reasons, but our reasons are different. than yours. There may be some common
Yeah.
as far as for like hospitality and whatever, but there's some specific reasons for women that are different from men. What are y'all's? Because I would love to hear.
For me,
Hats. Oh,
nah, it's not clothes.
It's really not.
For me, I'll say leadership.
ooh.
Like,
Okay.
like I think leadership is the biggest thing for me. Like, if you're not leading the right way, if you're not practicing what you preach, then I think that's a big issue
Okay.
for me. Standards. Your standards mean something. And if you're not standing on what you preach, then I can't follow that.
I
As a-
agree.
as a-
That's a general.
Yeah, as a man. Like, I didn't
As a
come
man,
probably
yeah.
perceive
I
it a
didn't
little
come to the
different.
church looking for or caring about the attire and what it looks like and all that, because I'm cute regardless. Okay? I'm just throwing it out there. That's a whole nother issue, but I'm just throwing it out there. You know. But I came here looking for leadership. I wanted to grow in a man role. I wanted to see what a man looked like. I wanted to see a man taking care of his wife and taking care of his kids. And, you know, that's something that I cherish and wanted to follow and learn,
Yeah.
you know, because I didn't see that growing up. I didn't have that role model. So I figured a church would be a great place to learn that.
But then you got to throw in that tagline: "Everybody's human," but to a certain extent, where's the responsibility and accountability? So I get that.
You got to be accountable. I think that's the biggest thing. You got to be accountable.
I think one of the biggest learning lessons I had is putting people on pedestals, leaders on pedestals when they really shouldn't be.
Now, I agree 1,000%. And that's another thing that irks my soul when I walk into a church and they're putting a person up there.
Should be Jesus.
It should be Jesus.
Thank you. I can't put a man as a man. I can't put another man up there. You know why? Guess what he does? He does the exact same thing as I do.
Mm-hmm. And
He has-
that was a big learning lesson for me.
I can't do that. And I think that's part of the problem.
Do you think that was something that you learned through your church career
Yeah.
experience, or is that something that you came out the gate like, this is just not what I'm going to do?
I think I came out the gate like that.
Okay. See,
Like-
I'm
Like,
opposite.
I will give you your flowers
Mm-hmm.
when they are deserved.
In my world, everybody starts with an A,
No,
and
No.
then
no.
from then, when you start doing stuff, when you get to the F,
Gotcha. See, I'm different.
you see you're
I'm
opposite.
opposite. You got to
Start with
build. You got to know.
You starting off failing, man.
Because I understand that because that's how I was.
Yeah.
Like I started off messing up. Right. Nobody's going to be perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I put somebody up there, if I put somebody up there, let's throw that up there. If I put somebody up there, yo, you're legit. Like you're
Real
that
deal.
person. You are really doing.
I'm
the
I'm
things.
where you are now.
So-
It took me 20 years to get there.
I just can't give you that. It's earned.
I was so giving.
No, stop being giving.
Well, I
Stop
had to
giving.
learn the hard way.
Clearly, I ain't giving you nothing.
So, word of advice: start with an F.
Start with an F. I can't,
Start with an F.
no, start with an F. I'm telling
No,
you.
because
At
people
least
need to
it's-
work to earn and your loyalty, your trust. I was just giving it away.
So there's a balance. Like I feel like I'm
There
right in the
is.
middle.
Sweat. So you would
I feel
see.
like I start with the C because I feel like you already start with that level of okay, I'm not judging. I'm not gonna put any like pre-assumptions or anything. So you're right here in the middle. Like you're not getting all this trust and all this stuff, but then at the same time, you're not like dead to me. Like you're right in the middle.
See,
Like,
hold on, time out.
That's
I ain't saying
deep.
you were dead.
That's
but you
deep.
gotta.
but you're like right there. Like there's like at that point, like you really have to earn it because you're at the C. Like you could fail or you could
I
develop.
think the
you could grow.
perspective changes as you go through
And
life.
As you go through. I
Once
think
you
so.
start
Like,
getting hurt,
yeah.
I mean, but it has-
the letter grade is going to drop where
See,
the
for
starting
example,
point is.
Naomi came out here. She came out the gate.
Sure did.
You are the world.
I
I'm
did. I
giving
was
you
like,
everything.
whatever you want, I'll
giving
do
to
it.
you,
I'll
right?
do
Like,
it.
she was taking stuff out of her and giving it to people that didn't even deserve it.
Well, then that's different.
No, but
that's what we're saying.
she
But
said.
yeah, so and
So,
I get that.
but
So you
for
don't want to
me-
start there. For you,
For me, I'm like,
You
yo,
need guarded.
I'm protecting my
Yeah.
mentality. I'm protecting my heart. I'm protecting myself. Not saying it's a good thing.
No,
or bad.
but that's what the
But
Bible
that's-
says.
But
You're
I'm-
supposed to
I
protect
am
yourself.
giving you. I'm allowing you to show me who you can
Thank
be
you.
and
and
who
so
you be.
I have put
And I'm
together
there.
perspectives in my head.
because
you're,
I'm allowing you to show me that you deserve to be higher than the sea,
What?
no.
and I'm also
I can agree
still
with that.
keeping
So
Because
You-
it has
because
to
there's
go
still a
both
level,
ways,
like,
though.
He's having to go both ways, right?
Because
It's like,
You
There's-
can't have your cake and eat it too. You
Exactly.
gotta pick a grade.
But there's my grades are C.
The grade
'cause
he
there's-
picked the
he picked the
C.
There's-
C. He's just in the middle.
He a D.
I'm in the middle
He's
because
definitely-
You
look,
need to
because
stop lying.
He
You
a C
giving
minus.
yourself a little bit too much. You in a whole D.
there is a level of some type of I'm not gonna project an assumption based on anything I don't know because I don't know. Like I'm coming in this, I'm guarded,
but you
I'm
are
reserved,
your
but I'm not
personality
so
is
guarded
different.
and reserved
But
for
I-
the standpoint.
Your
I-
personality is different.
Because
way
I'm
different.
because I'm starting so low, don't mean I'm judging you. It
I
doesn't
am.
mean
I'm judging.
No, it doesn't mean I'm judging you. It doesn't
I'm not.
mean that I don't think you can't be great. I'm just giving you your space to allow you to show me that you are who you are.
Yes.
So
Right.
what do these people? So what do they get at this F?
Oh,
Where are they at with this
nothing.
F?
The
Nothing.
observation. That's what they get. I'm looking to see what you're doing, how you moving, how you treating other people, what you saying, what you're not saying.
But then how do we
So
move
I can do that
forward
at a C
How-
level.
in mending relationships if you don't give people a
Well,
chance
no.
to?
don't need to
see,
mend all
I'm
relationships.
looking through the peephole at the F right now. I'm
So
looking
look-
through the hole to make see who it is.
Thank you
That's
before
what
you
I'm doing.
open up the door
Before
to the
I'm
heart.
checking, knock knock. Who's there? Hold on, let me check. That's what I'm doing. I'm checking at F.
You cracked the door and you looking and asking.
Yeah.
Who are
I
you?
mean, I'm
there
not
opening the
asking.
door.
I'm just like
Me, I just open up
I
the
could
door
be-
and say,
Ain't
"Come."
No,
nobody
you know
doing
what?
that.
it
That's how you get
is?
robbed.
My F is this. Knock knock. Who is it? That's my F.
But you
Who
don't
is
know who it is.
I don't know who it is.
So you
have to
don't
give
know
it
that it would
time.
be- So
Time.
time.
I have learned that time reveals
Time.
all.
Relationships.
And
take
I was not
time.
a person that I am a very impatient person. So if I think you're cool, you got good vibes, I used to be like, let's go. We besties. We rocking this out. I'm doing whatever for you because I think that you were like me and
So-
you do what I do. So let's
because
go.
you got everyone's best interest in
We
her-
always look at the best
the
self
best
first,
sides.
but you
And,
can't
like-
do that. That's how people get hurt.
But you could do that at a level where you're not opening up or laying your guard down, but you could still have some type of level. Okay, I'm still going to
But
come
so
at
everybody
this
doesn't
like.
have that in between.
I didn't have that regulation.
First
It
of
was
but that's what I'm
just
saying. That's where I'm at.
My
Like, I
guard.
feel
Okay,
like
I get you.
I have that
my
level
guard.
of okay, I can be cool. I can be cool, but I'm not opening up. I'm not giving you everything. I'm not giving you access to.
all right, so
to
you cracked the
everything.
door.
So you're cracking the door.
The
The
door's
difference
cracked.
is I'm just looking through the peephole and saying hello. Who are you?
Sometimes
That's the
I
difference.
ain't even answering the
But
door.
you might not even look to the peak hole.
That's well, and if it's meant to be, right?
Right. That's where
I'm
I
gonna
am.
open that. I'm gonna open. I'm gonna look. I'm
When?
gonna look when it's
He
time.
has a process. Not
Right, you
who
can't-
is it? Crack the door open
See, you
and then
skipped
Yeah,
the-
you
decide.
cracking the door. He looking through the peephole.
I'm still having a conversation with you. There's
So
just
it's
a
like
wall.
something not at a F.
There's a wall there.
So there might be there's a wall.
But that. I feel like that's the problem in the church today, though. Because do we ever get the wall to come down?
Well, the problem is we go in with no wall and then they're getting hurt.
I think that's the problem.
and our
We gotta find the
mentality.
balance, though.
No,
Our
the
mentality-
The problem is we going into the church expecting it's going
That
to be
everybody's well.
it's going to be a certain type of way. You know, like, oh my goodness, just give me
Mm-hmm.
Miss Red. Miss Red is nice as heck, but Miss Red is low key just shot out.
So where do we find the balance between the responsibility of the church and the responsibility that falls on us?
Well, the thing is, that's-
Leadership.
thank
The
you. Because
head.
if you have
The
leadership
head.
and mentorship to kind of hold your hand and be like, this
Oh,
is
it's the head.
that's healthy.
When you got the head doing the same things that me and you did. Think about that. How many times we went to the craziest neighborhood and picked up kids, right?
Yeah.
Did we have a head with us?
We were the head, not the tail.
We were the head, right?
Well,
So,
Well-
like, think about it. When we were giving out quarters and coins for people for laundry, did we have the head with us? Did we,
I think that's important.
But
That's important. That's important because when you see the head doing it, bro, when you see that person, that main person doing it,
That's honest.
everybody's gonna follow.
And that's
Because now it's genuine.
Yes.
Now it's coming from a good place. Man, you know what? I just saw Pastor LaQuisha over there out there at in Homewood giving out quarters and helping people in the laundromat.
and half
and not
the time,
for pictures
And
or
not
for
for
social
pictures.
media.
For photo ops. Oh, those are the worst.
Not the ones that are like, here's your quarter.
Yeah,
No,
those are the worst.
Like the ones who don't even say they do it or announce it. They
and
just
the ones
do it.
that don't even say who they are.
That's
that
the part.
That's
Like,
the
if-
leadership.
why
That's what I'm looking for now.
Pastor.
That's what I'm
Such
saying.
and
That's what
such.
I'm saying. But before, if I had not gone through any experiences and I was just new to church and I'm getting in, I'm like, oh my gosh, the pastor, he's out here. He's giving quarters away, not paying attention that he had to have a team, a camera, a microphone, and he had to make a broadcast announcement over the pulpit. I'm not looking at these things. But the one who has gone through the fire is like,
Well,
there we
oh,
go.
you playing games. You over here playing.
Oh, we always
And I
talking
don't
about-
want to align myself with that.
We
So
always talk
I'm
about
more being guarded is not a bad thing. I think that's why they say in the Bible so you could protect your heart.
Above all
But
else.
you,
Above all else.
But guess what? We always talk about, right? What did we have to do to get the young man and help save the young man that we had to work with, right? We had to go into that dark place. And that dark place is uncomfortable. We've been through it. You know that, right? So just to bring them into the light. Mm-hmm. But it wasn't for no glit. It wasn't for no glamour. It wasn't.
I don't know half the stuff y'all did.
You will never know. Well, people come up to us all the time. Hey, what's up?
Exactly. But the people
we
who
ain't
are
gotta-
not genuine, I know exactly what they've done from year 1 to year
Yep.
20.
Yeah.
So
Authenticity.
Yeah.
I think that's what the younger generation is looking for.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think because social media has,
Yep.
I think about when in the 1900s, we didn't have social media. So people like Kim Burrell, we didn't know how she really was. We didn't know how she was in real life. Kirk, none of them. But now people are looking for
So
realness.
shocked. And they're so shocked when they see the real
Yeah,
person.
because they're looking for the realness and they're looking for that in everybody, not just certain people. And if we're operating out of the 1900s where we could be performative,
When y'all had typewriters, right?
where you could be performative and take that mask off and then go be somebody else later because I feel like social media, you're accountable. So now this generation is growing up like what I see on TV is the person I see in real life. And that's like how they operate and that's what they expect. And the 1900s people are not operating like that.
And that's the problem today is the fact that we have people that are not willing to be authentic. And we have people that, like you said, they're more about performance and having this type of persona or having this type of brand. And it's like young adults don't really care about that. Look, I want a pastor that I can be cool with, be real with, that I know is gonna keep it 100 with me. That's gonna
Know your
tell
name.
it like it is.
Let's start there. Do you know their name?
Yeah, and that's kind of how it has to be. Like I don't care about all the extra other stuff. I don't care about all the fluff, all the gimmicks. I don't care about you coming up giving the same 5 testimonies in every sermon. Like I don't care about you sitting up here talking about, Jesus wept and the same old messages, the same old points all the time. Like give me something that I can really chew and learn from. Like I want to be developed. Like those are things that we got to work with. And as leaders, as ministers, as people that, are young adults in those positions, Look, there's a difference between being busy and being developed.
Wow.
Chew on that.
Yeah.
And too often, and that's where your burnout comes. That's where you're feeling overwhelmed. That's when people start using you and assuming that, oh, they're the token person. I'm gonna give them X, Y, and Z. Oh, here's X, Y, and Z. Oh, here's X, Y, and Z. Do this, do that, do this, do that. And it's like, but is this really what's necessary for me in my spiritual growth and where I'm going in my calling and my assignment, my development? Or is it just you got someone that, can do it and
Yeah, you
for
see
your
that a lot
benefits.
too in church. How the older generation be like, "Your calling is this."
Ooh.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Time out. No, it ain't. That's not what I believe. That's not what's on my spiritual
That's not
gifts.
what God told
That's
me.
not what God
God
told
told
me. When they put their expectation on you, and it's not yours. It's not what you're looking for. It's not what you're called to.
because they're looking at how they could use you
There we go.
in the way that they want to use you and utilize what you have for their alternative motives and their benefit. And if they can continue to manipulate and do all these things, see, that's the spirit of narcissism.
That's
Come
And your
on
life
with the
could be-
spirit
Here
of
we go.
narcissism.
Here
Your
we
life
go.
could be falling apart behind the scenes, but they think that you're so usable that you just
That
keep
doesn't
pushing
matter.
them, keep pushing them, keep pushing them.
I was told. I was told this. They was like, "Man, you just got that pastor spirit about you." No, I don't. No, I don't. That's not who I am. That's not what I'm called to be.
Pastor Aaron,
Pastor Aaron, right?
Pastor Aaron.
No, I've been hearing that for years. For years. No, that's not me.
Why don't you think that?
I know.
That's not
Sometimes you do get a message
pastoral?
through other people's
No,
servant.
I agree with you on that one.
Minister.
But it's just no, we're not gonna throw that shot in there.
Hey.
But no, it's not my calling right now. My focus
Right now?
Right now.
I say
So
the same
it
thing
It
about
may be,
Jada.
right? It may be. What you say?
I say the same. We say the same thing about Jada. Jada
no.
just don't know yet.
Well, see, y'all can't be putting that on her. Let Jada figure it out.
Thank you.
What did I
Let-
say? I say I'm here. I'll be waiting for the call.
There you go. And that's all you need to say is that I'm
and
here
keep
for
waiting, please.
When that phone rang, then you could be like, girl, I told you could do it. But until that phone ring, let her enjoy her path. Let her enjoy her development. Let her figure it out. Because it's going to mean more
Oh, yeah.
when that
Of
person
course.
Oh,
figure
yeah.
it out.
Yes.
So until my meaning comes, sir, until if
Leave
I
us
feel
alone,
like it,
ministers.
yeah, ministers,
Look.
it'll be there when God said it'll be
When
there.
God
Not
said
when-
it.
Absolutely.
So I got you, Jada. Don't worry about it.
I got
you.
no problem with that. My only ask is when God speaks,
Be obedient.
you listen.
Facts.
That's it.
Facts.
Cause didn't nobody want this?
Right, but the thing is, I don't need a title to do God's work.
And
You
right.
don't.
You don't.
I am big on that. That's what I'm
so
saying.
let's put it like that. I don't need a title for that, right? If God brought me to do something, guess what? I'm gonna do
You
it.
already
do it.
ministering.
I'm already doing it. I'm
Exactly.
already working. I don't need that title. I don't need you to tell me I need this certification because
That's it.
Because you think I'm
Because that's where the control comes.
you can't control this. You can't control what I bring.
But people
it's
like,
genuine.
But
but
everybody-
people who
everybody
want
need to be like that.
and likes
Well, we
control.
gonna teach that. How about that? 'Cause
Nobody wants, because if the American culture of a church is ran like a business, we're not going to sit down and be honest. It's like a salesperson being like, you don't really want this car. No, they got goals. They got things that they got to do. They got check marks that they need to check and all these things. So because the church is now ran like a cultural business, is it really the heart of people or is their goals in line? And that just goes to how the leadership is. What is more important?
Is it finance or is it the word?
And nowadays, it's social media, sound bites,
Yep. Clips,
clips,
Ooh.
YouTube specials.
YouTube specials.
Well, that's because if you're not getting the money through tithes and offerings, you got to
Gotta
get
get it
another
through
way.
them.
YouTube.
You need them views up. Get them
You need them
checks.
views. You need the
But
virals.
that takes away from what's,
And it takes
it
away-
Authenticity.
what's real.
Exactly.
And that's why we're not getting the young adults in the church.
because
That's not
they
why we're
are
not.
they recognize real.
What's real and fake?
Yeah.
That skit that Drewski did, right?
Woo!
Right? Everybody was
The
upset.
people was
They
hot
were hot. I was over there cracking
It
up
was
laughing.
hilarious.
because
It
it's
was
true.
funny,
Because
but
it's real. It's
It's
real.
true.
So until people realize that, until they realize it,
That we see through
we see through the fake. Mm-hmm. We see through the finances. We see through the clips. We see through all the things that what you think is good.
But
you
and-
want the church to be different from the world and all the media that you see, just to have a safe place, safe space.
But the truth of the matter is, until those churches have all of their big money, old seasoned saints, until they die off, and they realize that they don't have that group of people, and they start to realize that they need to start opening up and being authentic and being available and having an audience of multi-generational people, they're not going to want to have their eyes open to that. They're not, because in their minds, oh, I got these big people. I'm gonna market to these big people. I'm gonna get on social media. I'm gonna do all these things. I'm gonna be a global church. I'm gonna be an international church. I'm gonna do all this and that. And I'm gonna get all the connections, and I'm gonna get some money in, and cool. But then what happens when all that goes on the wayside? What happens when your people that bring in money dies? What happens when your singers leave and they go somewhere else? What happens
ministers.
when your ministers leave?
At the end of the day, right? Not to cut you off, but at the end of the day, the most important thing should be the word, right?
Come on.
Yeah.
The word should be the most important thing. If we don't build off of that, then we're failing. We're not going to never make it,
You're right.
right? It will never be the big time how it should be. 'Cause we went from a place to where we had over 100 youth, over 100 young adults. It was groom, it was booming, it was the up and coming thing. We had everything. It was popping.
Gone.
Crickets. Just like that. Because it wasn't built off what's right.
You're right.
So until we get that, then it is what it is.
It
You'll
is.
be catching me on at a Saint mattress. You know, I'll be on. You know, I'm a freelancer. I'll be all over the place.
Hey, I was like, hey, free agent. Come on, ain't no wrong
Exactly.
with it.
So
Well, then you have.
Can we have him back?
Yeah, we
Can
got
we
we got to
come
run this back for part 2.
But Jada is like,
Let's thank our
This
little
was hard for
people
me
here
today.
today.
not little people.
little people. I'm 6'4". I ain't been little since I was.
Little.
It's been real. Catch you guys next time on another episode of Cross Perspectives. Peace.
Later.
Bye.